I think it's very, very important, particularly in relation to the month of Ramadan, to think of those who are less fortunate than us, to think of those who do not have the sort of necessities that we actually have every single day, to appreciate the small things in life. So I think it's great that we have them on board, both Russell and Suad, who actually will say a few words and enlighten us all about the work they do, the amazing work they do, and how you can actually get involved as well. So a round of applause, please, to Russell and Suad.
Thanks, Omar. Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be here. I was here last year, and, well, just around the corner. There were a few less people there last year, so it's great to see this amazing event growing year on year. And Omar tells me that it's just been a fantastic 19 days. So thank you all for listening. I just want to tell you a little bit briefly about what St Mungo's Broadway does generally, and then I'm going to pass you to Suad, who will tell you a bit more specifically about one of our projects that we have down in South London. St Mungo's Broadway is a charity that helps homeless men and women. We do lots of different things, and I'm just going to give you a very brief overview of the sort of journey or the different services that we have. The first thing we have is our outreach services. Every night we have teams that go out across London who try and find people who are sleeping rough, and to just give them advice, support, and to hopefully get them into using services like St Mungo's Broadway. Once we do connect with them and we do get them into one of our hostels, we have over 250 different hostels. That's 2,500 bedrooms, not just beds, but actually bedrooms where people can stay. So tonight and every night of the year, there are 2,500 people who would probably be sleeping on the streets if it wasn't for our charity. We then have a very a vast sort of skills and employment and education and training services that offer pretty much a whole range of courses, a whole range of activities to hopefully get people to a place where they can get to get work, to get a job. And there's a lot of different ways that we do that that I haven't got time to go into now. And beyond that, once people are able to get a job and they're ready to move into their own flat, we then offer services to help them with that. So it's about getting people into their own accommodation, getting people to where they want to be in life. And that's what we do as a general thing. There's so many things that we do that I can't go into. We're going to hang around, so if you do want to speak to us afterwards. And I have one final thing before I hand over to Suad. If anyone does want to support St Mungo's Broadway a little bit more, there's an event that we do in October. It's an abseil event. And we're here. There's a big building behind us, Senate House Library. If anyone would like to do an abseil event down there, we're doing it in October. You only have to raise £95 sponsorship. I have some leaflets here, so if that might be something that's interests you, if you're a building adventurer, come and see me and I'll tell you a bit more. But now I'll hand over to Suad. Thank you again for inviting us. Thanks to all the volunteers and organisers, and we'll hopefully speak to you after we eat.
Assalamu alaikum all, and hello, and thank you for inviting us. It's been such an amazing experience, my first time here at Ramadan tent. I wanted to speak a little about one of our services down at St Mungo's. It's called the Muslim Women's Project. This is an emergency hostel for 14 women who are at risk of homelessness or currently homeless. I don't think many of you see Muslim women out in the streets sleeping rough. What most Muslim women do is sofa surf. They move from home to home to home, seeking refuge from wherever they can. So we work in partnership with the National Zakat Foundation, which is a charity that collects zakat funds in the UK and keeps it in the UK to help needy and destitute people. So the hostel supports 14 women at a time. We have 14 bedrooms down in South London, and we support women who have a background mainly of gender-based violence. So a lot of women who have a background of domestic violence and other types of abuse. And they work very closely with a key worker at the hostel to look at immigration, benefits, counselling, and education employment. Ross mentioned the employment and skills team, and that's a team we work very closely with, not only to improve people's CVs and training opportunities, but also to look at language. 70% of our women do not speak English as a first language, and that's a barrier to many services in the UK. So they work very closely with our in-house ESOL tutor to improve the language skills in preparation for work and education. The women also have a very close relationship with each other. That's been one of the biggest support systems. Not only do they work with us, the staff, but also kind of create a very strong support system with each other. This Ramadan we've had lots of communal iftars, lots of communal prayer and tarawih and Quran recitations, and that's been such a standout thing to witness as a member of staff and as a Muslim, to see women at a time of instability and quite a difficult time in their lives to come together and really support one another. And it's been such a great experience to work with the women and also work with a homeless charity such as Mungo's, which does such amazing work across London and the South East. So thank you very much once again, and if you have anything to ask, please do come and approach us. Have a good iftar.